Yeah, welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk something very quickly and briefly. I've been meaning to talk about it for quite some time now. A little bit of a review. I'm going to review my Aura Ring. I've had this this Aura Ring. Whoops, wrong one. That's my wedding ring. This Aura Ring for almost a good, I want to say since 2020, December 2020, or maybe 2021. Um, the First off, with the Aura Ring, usually they come with you with a basically a ring sizing thing. Basically, they come back with that to get your accurate size of what size ring you want. And now, of course, you want to know which finger to put it on. Basically, would it be the actual ring finger, your middle finger, or maybe your index fingers for that matter too? I mean, I've seen people putting it on their index finger as well too. Honestly, it's not bad, but at the same time, it doesn't always work. For me, I always get one size extra because the fact is like, yeah, sometimes I'll go to my ring finger, but then sometimes I want to put it on my middle finger because putting on the ring finger, when I'm trying to lift myself or lift things, sometimes it does cause some discomfort on my ring finger. So that's why the middle finger sometimes works really well. On my index finger, there were times where I had it on my index finger, but the problem is sometimes if I wanted to do something or scratch something, like it would always get in the way or something like that. But anyways, with the Aura itself, basically, I mean, it's not bad. Quite honestly, it does record at least. A lot of people do use it for like recording their accuracy of sleeps and such. Rest, sleep, and all that stuff. I don't know how accurate it is. I mean, it seems to be semi-accurate in ways. Um, it does last on a charge of 7 days, a full 7 days, or thereabouts, close to 7 days, anyways. And it's basically a little charger here. That basically what you would do is you take the ring out, basically put it on, let it charge basically at that point, and that's it. Of course, it's a USB-C charger, so you need to charge it by USB-C. One of the other aspects as well too with the Aura Ring. Now I had the Aura Ring version 2, of course, and with the Aura Ring version 2, it does provide some perspectives of having the ability not having to pay for the membership part and all that stuff. Now, one of the things is like I'm not gonna show you the app itself because it's gonna be kind of hard to screen share my phone to here on the laptop. So I'll just go to the website basically and I'll show you basically. I mean, this is pretty much what the app looks like. Now, right here, basically in this part right here, that's the ring charge basically. Now it does have all these particular quote unquote tabs. There's readiness, sleep, and activity. So like with the sleep part, this is pretty much what I see it every day basically at this point. Like it actually shows you when you went to sleep, how much sleep you did have, what was your resting heart rate, and as well as like as far as your REM sleep. Like there's sleep and then there's REM sleep, and it kind of measured out REM sleep. How it measures it out, I don't know exactly entirely, but at least it does seem to be accurate in some cases as well, to be quite honest. And then, of course, there's the activity part. It doesn't record the actual running. I mean, it will say, hey, were you running? Were you walking? It does go to that part. But when it comes to like an actual workout, it doesn't really record that really well. You have to put in the activity itself. Like if you were lifting, if you're doing like, let's say burpees or something like that. Um, and as far as the readiness part, I really don't look at the readiness part, to be quite honest. That's more of a case where, uh, the body temperature and everything like that. I mean, honestly, I don't look that. I mean, you can see that from that aspect. It's not in real time, of course. It just gives you a day from the day prior, at least. Like as far as your body temperature, your heart rate, and such. Now, with my heart rate, of course, actually, you know what? Let me open up the app on my phone basically and see some stuff that's there basically. Now, of course, let's see. Readiness. All right, let me go to here and show you basically. I mean, you'll see basically this is mine in this situation with the home basically. Shows that I was walking. I can confirm that I did walk, so at least it asked for that. And it shows for basically for today. Basically, this is for today. Oops, sorry. Um, that's my sleep score, of course. Right here. What else? You have your readiness score. So let's go to the readiness part right here to show you the readiness. I mean, that's pretty much what it is right now for today. Let's see what it was for yesterday. I mean, Shows you at 53 BPM, 55 for my heart rate. Body temperature was point 4 off degrees. My respiratory rate and my readiness basically. I mean, it's pretty decent enough, honestly. Now, of course, in the case of Aura 3 and onwards, well, the Aura 3 at least looks pretty good. At least it doesn't look like have this weird shape. At least it's fully round now. Like this one, you could see that's kind of like a little weirdly shaped off, uh, which is not bad per se. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I would like to have it fully round at this point. The other aspect is I would love to have it to last for a little bit longer than 7 days, maybe 2 weeks, because like I don't want to carry something if I want to go on vacation. I don't want to carry this thing with me for like the charger with me basically. I mean, granted it's small enough, but then I have to grab another charger at that point too, which is like a pain in the butt, quite honestly. The other thing I would love to see one point, like I did have another ring called the Motive Ring. Now the Motive Ring was pretty good. It recorded in real time as well too, like some of this stuff as well too, like activities, your movement, your sleep cycles, and all that stuff. But the one thing that they didn't have nice, which was pretty nice as well too, is there was a little bit of a LED involved. And with the LEDs, sometimes it would actually, like tie into your phone and like say like a blink if you get some notification. You could tie it to a specific notification, whether it be a text message, email, or or some other app basically that you want to be notified on. So in my case, I actually had it tied into my text messages and to my Signal app. So like there were two different colors that would blink at one point. Where if I was getting a text message, it would blink green, and then if it was a Signal message, it was texting red, I believe, or something like that. And then it would also blink off to say that hey, you're running out of battery and all that stuff. Now, granted, it was good in that aspect, and people were asking about it. At least people were asking about it. The one thing though that was a drawback was that again it was only 3 days, and the charging thing, it wasn't bad. It was a magnetic charge that you had to put into a USB, and usually it required you to charge it on a laptop. So that was one of those things where I was like, I don't know if that was great or not. Now I'm hoping to see um, maybe Google with Fitbit, or Apple for that matter, coming out with their own ring, basically Fit Ring at that point as well too, because like there is a ring, if I remember correctly, with for women. I think it's called Move or something like that. I can't remember. Uh, Fitness ring for women. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look for it basically. Smart ring for women. I don't know what it is. No, not Aura, because like they're showing Aura, of course. No. Honestly, I can't find it. It used to be called Motive, but now it's not there anymore. Um, Unless it's Motive, I don't know. I mean, if Motive is back, that'd be great, but I doubt it's working anymore nowadays. I mean, like I think they went under basically because I had it. I tried working with them, and then as I was trying to work with their support, they said, "Yeah, we're closing shop," which kind of surprised me a little bit, unfortunately. Um, Digicrom Motive. Wait, when was this made? 2021. Yeah, it was so long ago. Dang it, I forgot that. I honestly can't find it now. It looks kind of sucks, but I know it began with an M, but I just don't know where it is, honestly. Wait, Motive is still around? Hold on, I thought they went under because when I tried working with their things, I'm sorry, I'm looking at articles now based on 2022 about Motive, which, if it's true, if they were around, I'd be pissed off a little bit about it because, I was trying to work with them in 2020, and they said they were like no longer working anymore. Or not working, but um, they were not going to be around for a bit anymore at that point. Movano is the other one, basically. Uh, they're going to be creating something called Even. That's more of a kind of a designer ring more than anything else, but it's to compete with the Aura, basically. Um, it offers health and metrics. From out, it can measure heart rate, blood oxygen, skin period, and ovulation tracking. Whoa, okay, wow, that's a little surprising, but hey. In any case, um, the Aura Ring isn't bad. I'm not gonna say anything negative against it. It's been good. It's fairly comfortable. I mean, honestly, I haven't had issues with it. The only one drawback I do have is basically sometimes the charging doesn't always work. And the other aspect is with the app on the phone. One of the other things with the app on the phone is it will like notify you on the app. It's like, hey, it's time for bedtime. I don't need to know that is my bedtime. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It's not smart enough to realize what my bedtime is. It's based on historical stuff and it tries to notify me on that. I wish it didn't, but it does. The other aspect is as well too is um, it does provide you some exploratory stuff, like on the Explorers tab, like some steps, some music or such to basically to relax you or maybe teach you certain things. I don't know about the or some meditation parts as well too. Honestly, I don't know about the whole subscription service part. I haven't looked into it. I mean, honestly, I don't think you need to. If you can get the basics, I think you're good with that. Basically, people do need that information. That's all that's really needed. Honestly, like if you take a look at the readiness as I show you, basically, this is all the information that you're seeing there. Basically, this is right. Oh, this is all yesterday, saying, hey, I need more sleep, and such. I mean, these are biometric measurements. I'm not too concerned about it, to be quite honest. Oops. And it's a matter of also how it syncs up with how it syncs up to the from the phone, the app, and to the ring itself. Basically, sometimes it doesn't always sync. Sometimes you'll have to basically you know, do open up the app to do a manual sync every now and then. It hasn't been recently, but it does every now and then as well too. To be quite honest, let's see. Yeah, as you can see, basically you can do add a workout, unguided session, or add a tag. Basically, at that point, that's one of the other features that you can add. Basically, outside of that, yeah, I mean you can share it. The one draw. Oh, that is one big thing as well too that it doesn't have is at least with the Fitbit back in the days, and it probably is still now. You can share with friends basically your schedules and such, and your activities. Like kind of compete with them at that point. With this, I don't know if it allows you to do that. I wish it did. It'd be great. So then I could share with other people that actually have the Aura Ring. I don't know how many people have the Aura Ring. If you do, hey, great. If not, not all right. So, I'm not going to say to buy it immediately, but it doesn't hurt. If anything, I would buy the next iteration of the Aura Ring, whatever the latest version is. Of course, you'll see that there will be a lot of NBA players that will be, wearing this because one factor is during the lockout, not the lockout, during the bubble season, i.e., during the pandemic, and when they were playing in the bubble, a lot of NBA players were wearing this because it was also to help track them with the pulse, kind of like a pulsometer, basically to register their blood oxygen level a little bit. The newer version, I mean, this version does not record the blood oxygen level, but the newer versions do, and once it does, it's great. Don't be surprised to see someone coming up with the ring to measure EEG. Honestly, if they can do that, because like you have, the Apple Watch and other, uh, wrist monitors basically to record EEGs. But don't be surprised if you could actually see this because that's one of the things I think people would love to see is basically this more than anything else. But with that, let me know what your thoughts are, and please subscribe. And if you don't have an Aura Ring, I'll gladly try to answer the questions as best of my abilities. If you do have it, let me know what your thoughts are about it and how you like it. With that, I'll leave it at that.